Behind the calm exterior of every Sigma male lies a world of hidden fears. These independent and self-reliant men may seem unshakable, but even they have their secret worries. What keeps a Sigma up at night? What lurking thoughts make their hearts race? From the deeply personal to the unexpectedly mundane, these fears shape a Sigma's actions in ways most would never guess. Whether you're a Sigma yourself or simply curious about what makes them tick, get ready for some eye-opening revelations. Here are 6 things Sigma males fear most but would never admit to your face. 1. Losing control of their emotions in public. Did you know that even the toughest-looking guys can be scared of something as simple as showing their feelings? It's true, especially for Sigma males. These are the men who always seem cool and collected, yet they hold a big secret. They're terrified of losing control of their emotions in public. Imagine a Sigma having a meltdown in front of coworkers, friends, or family. It's not just embarrassing for them, it's completely out of character. This fear of vulnerability in front of others leads Sigmas to bottle up their emotions, even when they're desperate to let them out. This may come across as stoic or cold, but in reality, it's their way of protecting themselves from feeling exposed or judged. For a Sigma, showing strong emotions is like showing their belly to a wolf. It makes them feel weak, which is the last thing they want. They have spent years building an image of being tough and independent, and they don't want to ruin it by letting their guard down. Crying, yelling, or even laughing too hard in public can feel like losing control, a thought that is unsettling to any Sigma. This fear goes beyond just looking silly. It's rooted in something much deeper. Sigmas believe that if people see their true feelings, they might use them as leverage or a weapon. It's like giving someone the password to their deepest secrets. To avoid this, Sigmas go to extreme lengths to manage their emotions. They might spend hours rehearsing conversations in their heads or even avoid certain situations altogether to prevent any emotional outbursts. Yet this emotional control has a price. It's like trying to hold in a sneeze. It might work temporarily, but eventually it's bound to come out, especially if someone pushes the wrong buttons. While Sigmas may seem emotionally unshakable on the outside, don't be surprised if they let out a rare burst of emotion if you push them too far. Though they often give people multiple chances if you break their trust, expect a blunt exit. This fear reveals just how much Sigmas value staying in control. They want to be strong and capable, even if that's not always possible. 2. Opening up to others, only to be let down. Trust is hard to build and easy to break, and Sigma males know this well. They fear getting close to people only to end up hurt. Many think that Sigmas don't want close friendships or relationships, but that's not true. They can form deep bonds, but it takes time and a lot of trust building. Even then, they remain cautious. Sigmas invest a lot into the few relationships they have, so when these connections fail, it truly shakes them. Being let down by someone they've trusted isn't just sad. It makes them question their entire worldview. This fear often stems from past negative experiences, like a friend lying to them or a partner cheating. These kinds of betrayals take a long time to heal and can make them wary of letting people get too close. To protect themselves, they might put up emotional walls and even test people's loyalty as a form of self-protection. 3. Failing to reach their full potential. Have you ever felt like you're not living up to your true potential? For Sigma males, this isn't just a fleeting thought. It's a deep-rooted fear that keeps them up at night. Known for their drive and ambition, Sigmas often set high standards and have big dreams. However, with these goals comes a nagging worry. What if they never reach their full potential? This fear isn't about impressing others, it's deeply personal. Sigmas measure themselves against their own ideals, not society's expectations. They're haunted by the thought of looking back on life and seeing missed opportunities or unfulfilled dreams. They may aspire to start a business or achieve mastery in a particular skill, but find themselves held back, perhaps by the comfort of their current situation or the fear of failure. The thought of never taking that leap constantly lingers in their minds. They might be skilled in many areas but worry about being a jack of all trades, master of none, fearing they'll fall short of their true potential. This fear can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it drives Sigmas to constantly improve and push their limits, making them lifelong learners. But on the flip side, it can lead to burnout and perfectionism, leaving them never fully satisfied with their achievements. The fear of wasted potential can also make them hesitant to commit to one path. They may switch jobs or hobbies frequently, always wondering if they're missing out on something better. This can make it hard for them to build traditional forms of success, but it also allows them to explore and experiment, carving out a unique path for themselves. Interestingly, this fear often intensifies as Sigmas grow older. Each passing year brings added pressure to make their mark on the world, causing them to become increasingly critical of their accomplishments. This fear reflects a deep desire for self-actualization. They want to be the best version of themselves, expressing their unique talents fully. However, balancing this drive with self-compassion and realistic expectations can be a struggle. 4. Being manipulated or controlled without realizing it. Have you ever wondered why some people seem overly cautious? For Sigma males, this is often rooted in a fear of being secretly controlled or manipulated. Imagine a puppet show. The puppets appear to move on their own, but they're actually controlled by someone behind the scenes. For Sigmas, the idea of being the puppet is a nightmare. They're independent thinkers, so the thought of someone influencing their thoughts or actions without their awareness is disturbing. This fear extends beyond obvious manipulation, like a pushy salesperson. It also involves more subtle influences. Are their opinions truly their own? Or have they been shaped by clever marketing or societal pressure? This fear drives them to question everything, often spending hours researching before making decisions to look for any hidden agendas. While this approach can make them seem paranoid, it's just their way of being cautious. Sometimes this caution can go too far, causing them to miss out on positive relationships or opportunities due to suspicions of ulterior motives. However, this fear also sharpens their intuition. They become excellent at reading people, quickly picking up on signs of manipulation or control. This skill makes them effective strategists, even if they sometimes come across as a bit cynical. 5. Being unable to protect those they care about. While they may not show it, Sigma males care deeply about their loved ones. They are often seen as self-reliant and capable, the people others turn to in times of crisis. However, beneath this exterior lies a deep-seated fear of being unable to protect the people they care about. This isn't limited to physical protection. It includes emotional, financial, and even spiritual support. A Sigma may lie awake at night worrying about a friend struggling with depression, a sibling facing financial difficulties, or a partner going through a life-changing decision. This fear often stems from a strong sense of responsibility. Despite their lone wolf reputation, Sigmas form deep bonds with a select few, and these connections come with an unspoken promise of support and protection. Ironically, this fear can sometimes push away the very people they want to protect. Their intense concern can be overwhelming, and at times it may be misinterpreted as a lack of faith in others' abilities. Admitting that they can't always shield their loved ones feels to a Sigma like admitting a fundamental weakness. 6. Being forced into the spotlight against their will. Sigma males typically prefer to operate behind the scenes. They're the masterminds, the quiet achievers who make things happen without fanfare. However, in a world that often values extroversion and self-promotion, Sigmas constantly face the challenge of staying out of the spotlight. This fear goes beyond simple stage fright. It's about losing control over their narrative and privacy. For them, being forced into the public eye feels like a violation of personal space. This fear can hold them back from reaching their full potential. They might hesitate to share their ideas or showcase their talents, fearing it will lead to unwanted attention. Some even sabotage their own success to avoid the spotlight. Ironically, their efforts to avoid attention sometimes make them more intriguing to others. Their mystique can attract the very attention they're trying to escape. While this might seem flattering at first, it can quickly become overwhelming, creating a cycle of avoiding attention only to attract more of it. For a Sigma, being in the spotlight can feel like exposure, leaving them vulnerable to judgment and misunderstanding. Yet making a real impact may sometimes require stepping out of the shadows, even if that step is terrifying. In the end, the fears of a Sigma male are as complex and nuanced as they are. Beneath their independent and composed exterior, these individuals grapple with a powerful need for control, privacy, and self-actualization. Their fears often drive them to cultivate resilience, protect their autonomy, and stay fiercely loyal to those they care about. However, these same fears can sometimes keep them isolated, guarded, and reluctant to open up or take the spotlight, even when it could lead to growth or connection. By understanding these hidden anxieties, we can see that Sigma males are not as detached or unfeeling as they may appear. Their fears are not weaknesses, rather, they reveal their commitment to authenticity, integrity, and self-mastery. Recognizing and respecting these challenges can foster deeper relationships and a greater appreciation for the quiet strength and introspective nature of Sigma males. That's all in this video, soldiers. If you liked the video, consider subscribing to the channel. Now go out, conquer the world, because you are the chosen one.